In this video, we are going to see how we can perform the data analysis using the pivot tables. But before that, we need to understand the significance of the subtotals and SUMIF, and we will also use the SUMIFs function if we have multiple dimensions of data. So we have this data right here where on different dates, different items are sold in different regions by different salespersons, and these are the records for approximately 2 years. So if we want to make a single dimensional analysis, let's say we want the region-wise sales, what we have to do is, first of all, we need to decide that whether we want the totals of sales and cost of goods sold within data or outside the data. If we want it within the data, then the subtotals will apply here. So the rule for that is we have to bring all of the regions together. How we can do that? It's very simple to do. First of all, just select all headings, go to the Home tab and click on Sort and Filter and apply a filter. After that, just click on the regions and click on Sort A to Z. This will bring all the regions together. So at each change in region, it will make the totals of either units sold, sales amount, and cost of goods sold. Once we have this data sorted, just go to the Data tab and click on Subtotals. Now just remember guys, if you have formatted this complete table using the Format as Table option, then the subtotal option will be disabled. Let me just show you. Control T. If you format it like this and then go to data, the subtotal option will be disabled. So that's why we need to convert it to range. Go to table and convert it to range. I've already done that. So I have this option enabled. Now we want the region wise totals. We have already sorted it according to the regions. Go to the subtotals. And at each change in region, we want the sum of whatever sum is possible. Units sold, sales price cannot be summed, sales amount and cost of goods sold. We want these three fields to be summed up. Click OK. And we have multiple levels here. At each change in region, we can see the total within the data. That means a separate row is inserted within the data to show you the totals. And also we have 3 levels of reporting. This is the most detailed level. If we click on the second option, we have this summary. And if we click on 1, we have the grand totals. Let's remove the subtotals, remove all. And let's say that if we want this to be outside of the data, how we can do that? First of all, we will copy all the regions, paste it in as any specific area. Make sure you scroll all the way up. And we have these regions, but we want to keep the unique values only and remove the duplicates. Go to the data, click on remove duplicates, click OK, because this is just highlighting that do you want to select a column which has a heading of region? Yes, it is. Click OK. And we have this 5 unique values remain. If you want to make the totals like that, let's say for units sold, or even let's say that for sales amount and cost of goods sold, we want 2 totals. So what we can do is we can apply SUMIF. Range is the original data that we have in the database. It's in this area. These are the regions. Out of these regions, what is the criteria? We can select a simple criteria. But if we select a single criteria, we have to decide what needs to be fixed and what needs to remain free. That's why we just select the whole column. Excel is smart enough to automatically identify the sales amount based on the parallel region. That means we are on this field. So it will automatically read that we need the sales total for Great Lakes. After that, whatever you want the sum of should be selected as a sum range. So this should be in the original database, which is this one, sales amount total. Hit enter, click yes, and double click to send it down. We can see the totals for all. Let's make this one for cost of goods sold again. And if we want to just drag this formula towards right, we need to fix all the ranges. Function key and F4, criteria is function key F4, and the sum range should automatically drag towards right. So it should be free, drag it towards right. Make sure all the regions and everything is intact, and only the sum range is dragged towards right. Double click to send it down, and we can format it like this. Go to the Home tab and select the formatting. And this should be it. But let's say that we have multiple criterias where we want the region wise salesperson sales amount total. And for that, I have used a different example. You can download this particular file, pivot example 2, and you should just download the start assignment. This one is finished. So just download the start one. So if you want to just place the regions, first of all, we'll just copy the regions, go to the top, paste it in some particular corner. Let me just zoom it a little bit so that you can see it clearly. After that, we just have to remove the duplicates. Go to data, remove duplicates, click OK. And let's say that we want this sales to be for each salesperson. So these are salesperson's name. Again, we drag it to the top, remove the duplicates, go to data, remove duplicates, click OK. And then we paste this data horizontally. So that means we need to copy this and transpose this. Paste special and transpose. We have already done all of these steps, so that's why I'm quickly explaining you all of this. And regions, we just format paint it like this. Let's say that we want this multiple criterias. In Gulberg, I need the sales for Ali. In Gulberg, I need the sales for Imtiaz. So not only for one specific region or one specific criteria, we have multiple criteria now. So equals to sum ifs will be used. Sum range is, let's say we want the total of sales amount for each. In criteria range 1 is if this is criteria 1, the range is the original data of that. Out of that, what do we need? Criteria 1. So if we select a single cell, we have to fix it both horizontally and vertically. When we drag it towards right, we need to fix the columns and rows. So if we want to make it simple, let's try selecting the whole column. Criteria range 2, second criteria is salesperson. So let's select its range, that is original data. And out of that, we want it for this particular salesperson, but we can select the complete row as well. Just to make sure that it shows the total, click yes, and it shows the total for that. Let's drag it towards right, but it is not showing anything in other cells. That means that when sum ifs are used, we have to select the data, especially for the criteria manually. So sales amount is there. Criteria range 1 is the regions. So out of that regions, we want the sales for this particular region, comma. Criteria range 2 is, this is the range 2. Out of that, we need the report for Ali. Hit enter. But before dragging it towards right, we need to fix the data. Just make sure that all the ranges are totally fixed, and we just have to make the changes to criteria 1 and criteria 2. Criteria 1 is regions. So when we drag it towards right, it should not change its column. It should only change its row, because in the next row, we want the result for the next region. So that means the column shouldn't change, but the row should change. Fix the column using the $sign. For salesperson, when we drag it towards right, the column changes so that it can get the results for the next salesperson. But when we drag down, the row shouldn't change and it should not slip down from its position. So that means we need to place a $sign before the row reference. Hit enter. Let's drag it towards right and drag it towards bottom. Double click to send it down. And we have all of these results like this using the sum ifs and subtotal function that we have already used before. But the problem is it involves a lot of steps, and especially if we add one more criteria, it will become even more time consuming to apply this formula. What we have as a solution is pivot table. But why do we learn sum if and sum ifs in this condition? Because the pivot table only works if the data is super clean. That means this data is without any spaces, without any errors, and it is all in a single sheet. So if it is not, if you want to apply a formula based on multiple sheets and still want to sum it, you have to use sum ifs. If you have the data on multiple files and you still want to sum it, you can use sum ifs, sum if and sum ifs. But in these kind of conditions where the data is super clean, without any spaces, without any gaps, without any formatting issues, and on a single sheet, then you can apply a pivot table as well. So it's very helpful. It will just take a few seconds to make this kind of analysis. Let me show you how. So first of all, we have this data. Just go to insert, click on pivot table, and where do we want to paste it? In a new worksheet. So not only we can make the analysis, we can make this on a completely new worksheet, because that doesn't involve any kind of formula. We have the shortkeys as well, alternate N for insert, V for pivot table, and T, enter. So alternate NVT, enter. Let me just again do it. Alternate NVT, new worksheet, enter. Now it just simply asks you how do you want to place these fields. These are all the pivot tables fields that comes from the original data, and it will just ask you a simple question. How do you want to place it? Rows are these. It is showing you the sample as well. These are rows, these are columns. So what do we want in rows? Let's say we want to repeat it, what we have already done as a calculation. In rows, we have placed the regions. In columns, we have placed the salesperson, and in the data, we want the sales report to be created. Just make sure that you are within the pivot table. If we select any cell outside the data, it will not show the pivot table fields, hence you cannot apply it. Just make sure you are inside the data. So on our left, we want the regions. That means in the rows, we want the regions. Row is right here, columns is right here, values is right here. And on the top, we have the fields. Just drag the regions in the rows. That's it. Not only place the data, it has removed all the duplicates and refine the data for you. In the columns, what do we want? We want the salespersons. So as soon as we select the columns, not only it placed the data, it formatted it in the right way, it removed the duplicates, it also transposed it. So how cool is that? Now, for this particular region and this salesperson, what do you want? You want the sales amount total. Just drag and drop this into the values. And that's pretty much it. Not only it make the ideal, accurate analysis without any problems, but it showed the total as well with each single region and each single column on both sides. So that's the power of pivot table. Let's say that we want to make it even more complex, that for each region we want the total sales and we want the beverage wise sales. That means this should be divided into beverages as well. Let's just hold the beverage and place it in the rows as well. Now we have the region wise individual totals and for each specific product within that region. This might take you a lot of time to create manually. Also, there are a lot of chances for errors, but this way you can easily make this kind of analysis without any effort. And also it's very easy to manipulate as well. Let's remove this beverage item for now. If you want to remove any multiple criteria like here, we can just simply uncheck that beverage item. Let's uncheck that. Or otherwise what we can do is just hold this and put it on the main sheet. It shows the cancel sign. That means it will be removed from the pivot table. So we have this basic analysis. Let's say that I want to reverse this analysis. Let's say I identified that my salesperson are more, but regions are less. So I want to transpose that positions. The salesperson should be here and the region should be there. Now, if you use any kind of sum ifs and all of that formulas, it needs a lot of adjustment, but here it's super simple. Just bring the regions up, bring the salespersons down, and we have the new analysis, completely unique, based on simple drag and drop. We can also design it in whatever form we want. Let's say like this. So this looks more professional. So this is the simple use of pivot table. Just try this by yourself and I will see you in the next one.